There are a fair few reasons why I did turn my back on it and walk away. I effectively quit my dream job. Hi guys, and welcome back, and welcome to an early morning. First things first, before we properly get started, let's do a cold start on my BMW M2 with its new exhaust. It is sounding so much better on idle. I can't wait to get back in the M2 after spending a few days in the Lamborghini, but it's going to be a really fun day. I am taking this because I am off to find Tony. I spent a lot of time with Tony recently, probably too much time. We are heading to a racing circuit. Arch Hamilton Racing is my name, and I'm back to a circuit. It's going to be so cool and I cannot wait. It is the first round of the British Touring Car Championship, and I've kindly been invited down there by Porsche. I'm not racing myself, but what I want to do is I want to enjoy the M2 for a start on the drive down, and then take you guys behind the scenes once again to what my life was before I did YouTube, basically. Take you behind the scenes, show what I did on a race weekend. I'm running seriously late, so I better jump in, get going, drive through London, go and find Tony, and enjoy what is going to be a seriously fun day. So today, heading to a racing circuit. I'm not sure I'm going to necessarily enjoy this, because the series which we're going to watch today, the Porsche Carrera Cup Championship, I used to race in 2010. It feels so long ago, and it was amazing memories which I had there. And I was always the man. That was just before I went to Europe to race in Europe, and I was always the guy racing. I was on the main stage, put it that way. And today I'm going as a spectator, so to speak. Obviously I'm a guest, but it's going to be very odd. I've never ever done this before, and yeah, it's going to be a little bit, I'm not sure what to expect. I was the guy performing, so to speak, and now I'm the guy watching. Picking up Tony, but I want you to hear the pops and bangs. I have arrived, I've made it in one piece, and the M2 is all parked up. People are getting bored of me saying parked up. Tony, why have you turned it off? Tony's here.
Save my petrol. Because I'm not rich anymore.
You are rich.
No.
You spent it too much on cars. We're gonna have a fun day out.
We're going out, mate.
We are going out. The lads on the town.
It's not quite town, mate.
Do you like my M2?
Why not? Mate, what have you done to it?
People like the sound of the M2. Especially, honestly, people like it. As we are going with Porsche, we're a guest of Porsche, we're going to go and watch the racing, because that's what I do, and
No, it's what you did.
It's like going back to school.
Was you any good?
Brilliant! And in we get.
We're going.
Right, yeah, mate, your front plate's not, it's not on.
Do you know what? It's amazing, it just keeps falling off.
We're leaving the M2 behind. It does look good there, just sat there, presence of that. So nice to be back in this.
It was only last week.
Well, I know, but I'm obsessed. And I desperately need one in my life. And this is one of the reasons why.
You had a problem with this car.
What do you mean you had a problem with it?
No, you know the problem with this car.
Oh, what is the problem with the car?
It just needs a bit more speed.
It's quick.
Yeah, it's quick, but like, you know when you're used to Lamborghinis and Ferraris?
Yeah, but to be honest with you, mate, most people aren't. We are inside. Look at it, that's where we're going, mate. That's where we're going. We're gonna have some breakfast in there. How good does this look with the lights on the top as well?
Yeah.
You know what? I really like that, and the colour as well.
Yeah.
That is proper.
Black exhaust tips.
Safety car. And then the TG wagon. We are trackside.
Explain to the people around this corner.
You have a little brake down to 4th gear, and then in you go all the way down, back on the power.
Flat all the way up.
You get on the power roughly in the middle of the corner, but it's just down to 4th, and then you get on the power all the way out, and then all the way up to the top. Down to 2nd, that corner's 3rd, that one up there's 4th. So when I'm showing you cars, which I used to race, Tony, this is one, because I used to do Formula Renault back in the day. This is similar to what I raced, mate.
Was it?
Yeah. So it's a similar sort of thing. So slicks and wings.
2 litre engine.
And a 2 litre engine. Yeah, they were 2 litre engines. These get absolutely mental downforce. They're properly cool. Have a look inside. When I was in Formula Renault, I was 0.002 off the pace in qualifying.
Off number one.
Off number one, yeah. And I was 3rd on the grid. So it's just so close. It is unreal. And what we were just saying is when we were just watching the touring cars back then, is if you're 0.4 off the pace, you're like P14.
Yeah.
If you're 0.1 off the pace, you're like P6.
Tell them if they're 1 second off.
P25. Josh,
How are you doing?
how are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. What brings you here?
I'm coaching 2 drivers.
You're racing the Porsche Super Cup this year.
Porsche Super Cup, which is the European series. This is the British series. So, yeah, I used to race in the series, won it in 14.
Just won it, man.
I won it. We used to race, didn't we?
We did used to race.
We met racing together.
I know.
You should come back to this.
I think this is what my viewers want. They want me to. I think they enjoy the behind the scenes part, but then they're thinking, I want to see him doing it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
And now
right below, should Archie return to racing? The racing tyre is very different to like a road tyre, so you obviously have no tread on the tyre whatsoever. So maximum rubber to track grip. But they take ages to heat up basically. It's quite a soft compound, but the moment you go out the pit lane, it's literally like driving on blocks of ice. There's absolutely no grip whatsoever.
Like none.
None.
Like
I've crashed before on new tyres.
So have I.
Yeah.
All the cars are waiting to go in the pre-grid. Look how many Porsches we have here. They are just so cool to look at as well. There's going to be a lot of noise when they all start up. But I just love, look how big the rear wings are on these. Ready to go. This is when I get very upset because I wish this was me. Here they come, warming the tyres up. A couple of laps to warm them up, and then they will go for their first flying laps. My friend has just gone purple, which out of the green, which means he's quickest in that sector overall. They seem to be taking this curb, which goes along here. You don't want to go too far over. There you go. Or it's track. Oh, and another one. Yeah, bottoming out. You don't want to go too far over. Like, if you go 2 wheels too far over, then track limits and you'll get your lap time deleted. So you can't go too far over. There's a very fine line. So this is the Porsche hospitality, and where I spent a lot of time when I was racing. You have all your sort of seats where you sort of have lunch with all your guests, etc. TVs, coffee machines, all that. All the seating area here. And the track is just through there. So we're now inside at Redline Racing, the team I used to race for. You might have seen in a video not that long ago, I came to visit the team when they were testing at Brands Hatch. The car that my friend Dino is racing. All right. Put it on pole again.
Yeah.
Casual. I wanted to show you guys basically inside a Carrera Cup car, all of the buttons, etc. This is a Porsche Carrera Cup GB car, one of the cars that I used to race. Not this exact one, it's changed a little bit. 480 brake. Yeah. Can we go inside?
Have a look. Yeah.
I'm going to sit in. Mate, this.
Do you know how to get in?
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. I'll go in.
Yeah.
Wish me luck. I might drive it off the stand. Can you imagine? So cool. You feel so secure in here, but then you have all your harnesses and everything.
Belt, there we go.
Yeah. Like I've never done this before, and then the safety net goes up. Oh. Inside of them, they are just. There's not much in here, but it's just so cool what you've got here. I know all these buttons as well. It's all very familiar to me. The pit speed alarm.
You know that one well.
Yeah, reset, fuel. I know reverse gear well.
I was always on my roof.
Have all the shift lights, lap times, etc. It's just such a cool place to be. And it's just before qualifying as well when you're getting in the zone. Yeah. Ready? All aboard? Whoa! Oh, baby! We're up and running! Woohoo! But it does bring back a lot of memories. What did you say?
Alarmingly.
One thing I want to show you guys is that this is a slick tyre which goes onto the car. They're very, very grippy, and in dry conditions this is exactly what you use. And then in the wet conditions you have the wet tyre as well, which shifts so much water. They are unreal. So I've just quickly pulled over so I can talk to you guys and summarise. I knew today potentially could be quite hard in terms of going back to a racing track after racing professionally for so many years and quitting. Effectively, that is what I did. I turned my back on racing, and hence why I no longer race professionally. And yeah, after seeing it all today, being in that environment, being in back, that's what I have done my whole life basically. Being sat back in the Carrera Cup car again after racing that, it just brought back so many memories. And do I regret quitting, turning my back on it sort of roughly 2-3 years ago? Yeah, I do. I really do. But what I don't regret is the fact of YouTube. I love YouTube and I love bringing the content to you guys. But what it's made me think is that I would love to start racing once again. It would just be an absolute dream to be able to do it, to document it, to bring you guys along for the journey. It is a dream as a young kid to race professionally, and there are a fair few reasons why I did turn my back on it and walk away. I effectively quit my dream job. I honestly love making YouTube videos. It is my absolute dream to bring content to you guys. I wake up every day so excited to film. But can you imagine if we could combine this with racing, track content, because I know a lot of you guys want that. I'm gonna name a few championships which I've raced in professionally and what my job was before YouTube. In 2010 I raced in the Porsche Carrera Cup Championship and had many successes in that, and after that I went to race internationally. I raced in the International GT Open in a Porsche GT3 where I got numerous poles, wins including at Brands Hatch, etc. And then I raced in the Le Mans 24 Hours, and I raced in that twice in LMP2 and also a GT2 Ferrari, and I also have come second in a Formula Renault Championship, got overall pole position at like Spa and other places like that. So but racing is part of me. I'm gonna get to the drawing board. I've decided that I would like to start racing again, and I just need to see how I can make it possible. I'm gonna fuel the M2 up because I'm running seriously low and I need to get back to London where I'm roughly 40 minutes away. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you all very soon.